AI has quietly moved from being a futuristic concept to becoming something that deeply integrates itself into almost every part of our daily lives, from the movies and music we watch, to the products recommended to us when we shop online. To the stock market predicting trends, to romance, AI is everywhere. Given how deeply it influences our lives, it's worth understanding how this system works. Most people imagine AI learning the same way humans do, but that picture is completely wrong. AI doesn't study, it doesn't understand, and it definitely doesn't think the way you do. Instead, it learns in a way that's far stranger. And the most surprising part, even the engineers who build these systems don't always fully understand how the final intelligence emerges. So if AI isn't thinking and it isn't really learning the way we do, what is it actually doing? In this video, we're going to break down how AI really learns. Gathering the training data. Decades earlier, people crafted rule-based programs by spelling out clear, logical steps that humans could articulate. If X happens, do Y. But countless real-world challenges are far too vast or intricate for anyone to manually codify every detail. With endless streams of videos online, how do you know which handful deserve to be suggested to a viewer and which should be banned entirely? How do you sift through billions of financial trades per second to spot the fraudulent ones? All these and more are why organizations take an illuminating and charming approach to creating such mysterious systems, avoids trying to hand code the system at all. Instead, they supply the system with data. Data is simply information that the AI can analyze. Without data, an AI system has nothing to learn from. The type of data used depends on the task the AI is designed to perform. For example, an AI designed to recognize faces needs millions of images of faces. An AI built to translate languages needs large collections of text written in multiple languages. A music recommendation system needs data about songs and listening habits. A language model needs massive amounts of written text, such as books, articles, websites, and conversations. The more diverse and high quality the data is, the better the AI can learn. If the data is limited or biased, the AI may develop inaccurate patterns and make poor predictions. In AI training, datasets can contain millions, or even billions of examples. These large datasets give the system enough information to recognize patterns that might not be obvious from smaller samples. Preparing and organizing the data. Raw data is often messy and unstructured. Before it can be used for training, it usually needs to be cleaned and organized. This process involves several tasks, such as removing incorrect or duplicate data, standardizing formats, labeling examples where necessary, and converting information into numerical form. Computers process numbers more easily than words or images. Because of this, most AI systems convert information into mathematical representations. For example, images are converted into grids of pixel values. Words are converted into numerical vectors. Audio is converted into digital sound waves. If the AI system is using supervised learning, the data may also include labels. For instance, in an image dataset, each picture might be labeled cat, dog, or bird. These labels help the AI know what the correct answer should be during training. Proper data preparation is crucial because poor data quality can lead to poor AI performance. In fact, many AI researchers say that preparing data often takes more time than building the model itself. The AI model. Building the learning system. Once the data is ready, the next step is to create the AI model that will learn from it. A model is essentially a mathematical structure designed to detect patterns. Many modern AI systems use something called a neural network. Neural networks are inspired by the way neurons connect in the human brain. While they are not actual brains, they use a similar idea of interconnected units that pass information to one another. A neural network typically has three types of layers. Input layer receives the raw data. Hidden layers process and transform the data. Output layer produces the final prediction. For example, in an image recognition system, the input layer receives the image pixels. Hidden layers analyze shapes, textures, and patterns. The output layer predicts what object the image contains. Each connection in the network has a number called a weight. These weights determine how strongly one piece of information influences another. At the beginning of training, these weights are mostly random. the AI does not yet understand the patterns in the data. The goal of training is to gradually adjust these weights so that the system makes better predictions. Number 4. Finding patterns in the data. Once the model is built, the AI begins analyzing the training data. During this stage, the system looks for patterns that link inputs to outputs. For instance, imagine training an AI to recognize cats in photos. The AI does not know what a cat is. It simply examines thousands of images and searches for patterns that frequently appear in pictures labeled cat. Over time, the system may notice patterns like certain shapes around the ears, specific facial structures, common fur textures, particular proportions between body parts. In language models, pattern recognition works differently. Instead of analyzing shapes, the AI studies how words appear together in sentences. For example, it might learn that the word coffee often appears near words like cup, drink, or morning. The phrase once upon a is often followed by time. By recognizing these patterns, the AI begins to understand the statistical relationships within the data. Number 5. Making predictions. After examining enough data, the AI starts making predictions. A prediction is simply the model's best guess based on what it has learned so far. The AI takes an input, processes it through its network, and produces an output. For example, in image recognition, the prediction might be the object in the image. In speech recognition, the prediction might be the spoken words. In language generation, the prediction might be the next word in a sentence. Predictions are usually expressed as probabilities. Instead of giving a single definite answer, the AI calculates the likelihood of different possibilities. For instance, when analyzing an image, it might say cat, 85%, dog, 10%, rabbit, 5%. The highest probability becomes the system's final answer. At this stage, the predictions may still be inaccurate because the model is still learning. 6. Checking errors and measuring accuracy. After making predictions, the AI must determine how accurate they are. This is where the concept of error measurement comes in. The model's predictions are compared with the correct answers in the data set. The difference between the predicted result and the correct result is called the error or loss. For example, if the AI predicts dog, but the correct answer is cat, that prediction is considered incorrect. If the predicted probability for the correct answer is low, the error will be larger. The AI uses mathematical formulas called loss functions to measure how far its predictions are from the correct answers. This step is important because it tells the system how much it needs to adjust its internal parameters. Number 7. Adjusting the model through learning. Once the error is measured, the AI adjusts its internal weights to improve its predictions. This adjustment process is what people typically mean when they say the AI is learning. The most common method used for this adjustment is called gradient descent. Without going too deeply into mathematics, gradient descent works like this. The AI makes a prediction. It calculates how wrong the prediction was. It slightly changes its internal weights. It tries again with the new weights. This process happens repeatedly. Each time, the model's predictions become slightly more accurate. During training, the system may go through the entire dataset many times. Each complete pass through the dataset is called an epoch. After many epochs, the model becomes much better at identifying patterns and making accurate predictions. Number 8. Testing the AI on new data. After training is complete, the AI must be tested to see whether it can perform well on new information. This step is important because an AI system might simply memorize the training data instead of truly learning patterns. If that happens, it will perform well during training, but fail when faced with new examples. To avoid this problem, developers divide the dataset into two parts: training data, used to teach the model; testing data, used to evaluate the model. The testing data contains examples the AI has never seen before. If the system performs well on this data, it means it has successfully learned general patterns rather than memorizing specific examples. Continuous improvement and real-world learning. Even after deployment, some AI systems continue improving over time. As they encounter new data, developers may retrain them to keep their performance up to date. For example, recommendation systems update based on new user behavior. Language models improve with additional training data. Self-driving systems learn from new driving scenarios. However, these updates usually happen through controlled retraining processes rather than the AI independently teaching itself. So before this video, how did you think AI learns? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.